BTC Reaper. My goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading, whether the price is going up or down. So over on total for the daily, it does look like we did attempt to get a bit of a run up. Oops, did not mean to do that, but we were unsuccessful. So we got about half of our move forward from that bull flag scenario, and then we rejected that Fibonacci level, and now we're pretty flat. So overall, didn't make much movement, and this flag is a little sketchy. I am going to call that played out at this point because we did try to make a move twice, and we are not really getting very much momentum behind that move. Our VWAP is starting to pull back, meaning volume is starting to weaken as price tries to go up. Momentum is rounding. RSI is pretty weak, and that money flow is in the green, but if that VWAP ends up breaking down, then we're likely going to continue lower. Over on total for the 1 hour, we do have a bit of consolidation. Again, we did get a little bit of a push up, but nothing too major. And now we're going pretty flat. Now, this was just above our previous bull flag. You may try to draw a bull flag in this area. There's too many candle bodies and wicks that would get cut off, so I'm not going to draw one. Our VWAP is in bullish territory though, and we are trying to bounce off that neutral. If that VWAP can continue to pick up strength here, then we can continue forward. Our momentum is pushing up, and that money flow is in the green. I don't believe I kind of messed up on the video title today, so I'm going to have to go back and edit that because I was just off a template, but I was rearranging everything, so had to kind of rush to get the video started. Over on Bitcoin for the daily, we did retest that support level. This is positive because if we continue to consolidate, then we can get a decent move forward. We could make this our strong support level and then continue toward that 100K range. MPP is projecting that we could end up rejecting though, so I would watch lower time frames as that momentum does have a double red dot showing it wants to sell off. As that VWAP is starting to pull back with the lower high, so watch out for a lower low that could start a bearish trend and keep that money flow in the red. Over on the 1 hour, does look like we did try to get a little bit of a spike, and then today went flat. So overall, nothing too great. This was a descending triangle here. You have a descending slope, a flat bottom, and that did give us a breakdown. RSI is starting to pull back, our stochastic is starting to round, and that VWAP is bullish, but it's not very convincing, so just keep an eye on it. It does technically have a higher high compared to here, but again, that high is not very strong. We need it to pump forward and get a stronger wave like back here if we're going to see any real gains. Our momentum is pushing forward. Ideally, we wouldn't push forward until tomorrow night when we do our video, because that's when futures trading would open, and that would help prevent any kind of gap scenarios. Now, over on graph for the daily, we did have that descending channel, and we got a little bit of a push up from that, so that did push us toward our resistance like we said to watch for. Our momentum is starting to round, VWAP is starting to pull back, and that money flow is in the green, but this is a long upper shadow candle, so we may see a strong red candle tomorrow. If we do, that could create a rounding top to try to bring us back down toward that value area low. As long as we don't break that value area low, we would have a higher low, which could set us up for another push forward. Over on the 1 hour, I would watch out. This could be a head and shoulders here. So right here, you have your shoulder, your head, and this would be your next shoulder forming. And that is a bearish pattern that would try to break you down. You would measure from the head down to the neckline, apply that down, and that would be a break right around that 9 cents, 9.5 cents, just like that MPP is projecting. Our money flow is strong in the green though. VWAP is bullish. We did attempt to break down, and we are starting to get a push up. So if that VWAP can continue with the strong push up, momentum will bounce forward, money flow will remain green, and we would be able to invalidate this pattern and still push forward. Now, over on XRP for the daily, we tried to invalidate this symmetrical triangle breakdown scenario by getting the full move forward, but now I would exercise caution and watch for a continued rejection. So if you got in on that move forward, good for you, but right now it is a little risky, so I would not have advised that. Our momentum is pretty flat. VWAP is starting to pull back, but that VWAP is flat above that neutral. If that VWAP can make a bounce, we may have a slightly higher low, which if followed by another strong wave like this, could give us another leg up and invalidate that bearish scenario. So that is positive, but we're going to want to watch these lower time frames to see how that would happen. So over on the 1 hour, we tried to get our breakdown scenario, push back up, and got our break up scenario instead. So we invalidated that bearish move. That's how that kind of played out. So we will delete this triangle as the bearish scenario got invalidated and the bullish scenario is what happened. Now we do have some consolidation here after a slight push up. So this could create a bit of a bull flag. Depends on how we want to draw this though. I don't want to cut too many candle bodies and wicks. Remember, the more you cut, the less accurate your pattern is going to be. So we would have 3 touches to the top and multiple touches to the bottom. That would be a little worrisome because usually after that 3rd touch to the top, that's usually when you're going to get your break up. But this bull flag would try to take us to about $2.30. VWAP is starting to pull back after getting a lower high, so watch out because we have a consistent low that could bring us lower, pushing momentum down and causing that money flow to remain in the green. But if that VWAP continues to favor bearish, money flow will reverse, higher time frames would pull back. Over on Anchor for the daily, we did get about half of our move forward from that descending channel, so hopefully you're watching on there, Adam. Our momentum is pushing forward, VWAP is gaining strength, so overall we do look pretty decent here. I would, again, just watch out for any kind of bearish scenarios that may happen. But that VWAP is trying to push forward. Money flow does want to break into the green. Momentum is pushing up. Stochastic and RSI are pushing up. So overall, we do look positive. But if the rest of the market were to pull back, I would watch for a continued drop down here. So we did see a bit of a retest and a bounce. That was the ideal scenario that would let you know that we could break forward. And then you saw some consolidation above the support level. So all good things. Our VWAP is in the bullish territory, momentum is running forward, money flow is in the green, and stochastic and RSI are pushing up. So overall, we do look positive. Just watch the rest of the market, and we are pretty maxed out for that MPP. So ideally, we would retrace a little bit and then push up. Remember, you don't want to just shoot straight for the moon because you'll run out of gas and come crashing back down. You need a refuel at some point. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a great night. Hit the like and subscribe, and join us in that Discord.